Okay. So when you decided to leave Florida, okay, and you got in the car and you were heading this way, um, what did you not? You didn't know what you were going into whatsoever,
No,
correct?
right.
And like, what were you trying to prepare yourself for? Like you would have had to been. There's got to be something in your mind, like, okay, we're going all the way across the country, all the way across Canada, all the way up into Alaska, and when I get there, what what was like on the way up? Was there apprehension of any sort, or were you just excited to go?
Well, I was excited uh, to go uh, when uh, the Lord spoke to me about preparing to go. Uh, we had our home, and we knew that we wouldn't be able to go as long as that the home is part of us,
Mm-hmm.
and so uh, we had a realtor who lived right on our block,
Mm-hmm.
and so I went down to the realtor and I said,
Did you know that? Did you know him or
uh,
her, whoever it was?
"Well, I know
Oh, okay, yeah,
he
it's all right. I didn't
was."
know if it was maybe a personal friend of yours or not.
No,
That's all right.
no,
Okay,
no, it wasn't.
okay.
And so when I went down to see him, I said that I wanted to list our home
Mm-hmm.
for sale, and he said, I would like to buy it.
Yeah.
And
You know what your home? You know what that home is worth today? Probably.
well, probably an awful lot.
I'll bet you it's worth $1 million. Where it's sitting, it,
You know, everything has skyrocketed so much.
yeah.
But anyhow,
Anyhow,
uh, that was very exciting to know, and so uh, the title and all was all passed to him, and he said that the funds would be in uh, my account as I traveled. I could check it and see that he has put the funds in my account,
mm-hmm.
and so uh, we were freed from everything there.
Okay. So just wait a second. So you sold the house to him, transferred the title, didn't have the funds in your account, and you trusted him that he was going to put the funds in the account while you were heading to Alaska. Is that
Yes,
wow? Did it work?
yes, it did, and they were transferred over, and uh, I had I had a big amount of cash
Mm-hmm.
at that time, and uh, we put the cash in in the pillows that we were traveling with, that we just kept in the car,
Yeah.
and uh, we headed up to Canada uh, to see the boys as we went through.
Oh, cool. So when you left Miami, you actually went to Uppsala first
Yes,
before you came over this way.
yes, we did.
How much time did you spend in Uppsala?
Uh, not very much time.
No,
Um,
Like a couple weeks or a couple days?
I would say a couple days.
Who'd you stay with when you were in Uppsala? Do
Uh,
you remember?
Gee, I can't remember who we stayed with.
You probably stayed with Rose Dunning.
No, no, I know it wasn't Rose Dunning that we
You're
stayed
certain
with.
of that?
It was either uh, your dad or John.
So where were? Um, because they were neither one of them would have been married at the time.
No,
So where were they staying? Do you recall that? Like where were they living? Were they was it like boys' dorm? They wouldn't have had their own houses at that time.
well, it almost seems like they were in a cabin by themselves.
The two of them together?
Yes,
Oh, maybe. Okay, I'll have to ask Dad. But okay, so then when you left Uppsala, and that must have been a good time getting together with the boys. So then you
yes.
trekked across Canada. Did you stop at all the farms on the way there? On the way here?
Well, going up, there wasn't very much to stop at.
Well, Graham River wasn't open at that point, or Shiloh, um, Evergreen, Blueberry. None of those were fired up at that point.
I can't recall any of those farms up
Oh,
there at that time when we went through.
okay.
Uh, we just
You probably just drove up. And,
we drove up. We stopped at motels along the way,
oh yeah.
uh, and we got we got up to Tok, uh, Alaska,
Mm-hmm.
and